In today's video, we are going to learn about decimals. A decimal number is a number made up of a whole number and a fractional part, and that is separated by a dot. We call it as decimal point. Here, 43.7 is there. 43 is a whole number part, 7 is the fractional part, and this dot is decimal point. Decimal number is made up of a whole number part and a fractional part and separated by the decimal point. The digits before the decimal point represent as usual the place values like ones, tens, hundreds. The digits before the decimal point represent the usual place values like ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Whereas the digits after the decimal point represents the values starting from tenth, hundredth, thousandth, 10,000th, and so on. Let's say 123.4678 is there. Now, here place value of whole number part is ones, tens, hundreds, as usual we write. But when it comes to the fractional part, tenth, 10th place, 100th place, 1000th place, 10,000th place, we write because this is a fractional part. 4 is in the 10th place, 6 is in the 100th place. Now, when it comes to the place values, 3 is in the ones place. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 is in the 10th place. So, 2 times 10 is 20. 1 is in the hundreds place. 1 times 100 is 100. And we have a decimal point. Now 4 is in the 10th place. So we write it as 4 upon 10 or 0.4. 4 is in the 10th place. Now 6 is in the 100th place. So we write it as 6 upon 100 or 0.06. 6 should be at the 100th place. Now 7. 7 is in the 1000th place. So 7 upon 1000 or 0.007. Now 8 is at the 10,000th place. Now we write it as 0. No tens place, no hundreds place, no thousandth place. At the 10,000th place, 8 we will write. So this is how we write for the place values of decimal numbers. Let's take one more example for the decimal place values. 263.0792. Ones place, tens place, hundreds place, 10th place, 100th place, 1000th place, 10,000th place. We will write. Like left side of the decimal place, you have whole number part. First number is 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. Next, tens place you have 6. 6 times 10 is 60. In the hundreds place, 2 is there. So 2 times 100 is 200. Whole number part place values. Now, right side of the decimal point, first number is 0. So in the 10th place, we write 0 as it is. In the 100th place, 7 is there. So place value of 7 is 7 upon 100 or 0.07. Okay. Now in the 1000th place, we have 9. So place value of 9 is 9 upon 1000 or 0.009. 9 should be at the 1000th place. Now 10,000th place, 2 is there. So the place value of 2 is 2 upon 10,000. We can also write 0.0002. This is how we write the place values for decimal numbers. Okay. Now let's learn how to convert a decimal number into a fraction. Let's say the number 3.9. 3.9 is a decimal number. When this decimal number converted into fraction, first we ignore the decimal point. We will write the number as numerator. After that, to write the denominator, we had to check the number of decimal places. Here we have only one decimal place. So that means 9 is at the 10th place. So we have only one number after the decimal point. So that is only the 10th place. Okay. Let's say the number is 4.63. Now ignore the decimal point. Write down 463 as a numerator. Denominator, we have to look into the number of decimal places. Here number of decimal places are 2. So we write 2 zeros after 1, which is 100. Okay. Let's say 0.265 is there. This decimal number do not have whole number, but we can ignore the decimal point and then write down the number as numerator, and number of decimal places are 3. So we will keep 3 zeros after 1, which is 1000. So this is how we convert decimal number into a fraction. Okay. Now we will learn how to convert fraction into decimal number. 21 upon 10 is there. This is a fraction. Now, we write the numerator as a number, and now in the denominator we have 10. 10 is having only one zero. So, we will leave one place from the right side and put a point. This is right side, this is left side. From the right, we will leave one place and then we put a point. Let's say 12 upon 100 is there. We write down the numerator as it is, and in the denominator we have 100. 100 is having two zeros, so we leave two places and put a point. So the number is 0.12. Let's say 134 upon 10. So write down the numerator as it is, 134, and in the denominator we have 10. So we will leave only one place from the right, which is 4. So we will put a point before after the 4, which is 13.4. That is how we will convert the fractions to decimals. If the denominator is 10, 100,000, based on the zeros, we can keep the decimal point. But what if we do not have a decimal denominator 10, 100,000, 10,000, then what do we do? Let's say the number is 3 upon 4. To convert this 3 upon 4, we have to write down 3 as a dividend, 4 as the divisor. Denominator as the divisor, 3 is the dividend. Now 4 times table, we do not have 3. So 4 times 0 is 0. 3 minus 0, 3. Put a point and then we can put the 0. Now 4 times table, do we have 30? No, but the closest number to the 30 is 28. 4 times 7 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Since we have a decimal point, we can put the 0 at the remainder. So 4 times 5 is 20. And we got the remainder 0. Now 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. That is what our quotient is. Okay, this is how we can divide. Let's see one more example. 4 upon 9 will be there. Now this is a fraction. Now 4 numerator will be your dividend, 9 denominator will be your divisor. 9 times 0 is 0. 4. Now put a point and then 0. 9 times table we do not have 40, but the closest number is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. 40 minus 36 is 4. We have a decimal point at the quotient place, So we can put the 0. So 4 times table, we do not have 40, so we can write 9 times 4 is 36. And then again 4, 0. Why we are keeping 0? Because decimal point is there in the at the quotient place. So again 9 times 4 is 36. So this 4 keep on goes as a repeated pattern. So based on our we can consider either 2 or 3 decimals, and then we can put a bar. So 4 by 9 is nothing but 0.44. 44, the list goes on, but here we consider up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so this is how we convert fraction into decimal. Okay, thank you for watching. In the next video we will learn how to compare two decimal numbers and how to convert unlike decimals into like decimals, and how to add and subtract the decimal numbers, and how to multiply and divide the decimal numbers. Thank you.